Stop scrolling for 1 minute and let's take time to talk about how strategic Satan really is. I remember when I was in high school, I actually went through a case of sexual abuse. It wasn't at the hands of a family member or anything like that, but it still happened. Now, after going through this situation, I spiraled into just really dark depression, and I was in a really bad place mentally. I found myself dealing with a lot of just depression, suicide, different things like that. And honestly, I found myself feeling really unprotected. I didn't feel unprotected by my father. I didn't feel unprotected by God because I knew that they were doing what they were supposed to do. My dad has always been a good man. But I still had this feeling of being unprotected. So then I end up meeting this guy. Exactly. I realize now, but I didn't know then, this guy was an assignment, okay? An assignment from the devil himself against my life. It was literally one of the most toxic relationships the most toxic relationship that I had ever been in. And it really broke me spiritually. I knew this guy was bad for me, yet for some reason I just could not let him go. It was a soul tie, even though we had never been sexually intimate. Yes, you can have a soul tie without being intimate with a person in that way. So the closer I got to Jesus and the more time I immersed myself in his word, the easier it became for me to let go of this toxic guy. Then it got to the point where the guy actually proposed to me. Now, me being the person that I was, I did really want to be married. And it seemed like everything that I had been praying for was coming into fruition because he even started showing interest in my God. But something just did not feel right. Long story short, he ended up being involved in heavy witchcraft, and I ended up having to let him go. But when I finally did let him go for real and dedicated myself to God, I ended up meeting my husband not too long later. And now I'm in a very healthy relationship. I'm happy. It's the best relationship I've ever been in. Happy, whole. We seek Jesus together. We encourage each other and different things like that. I'm happy. But it started with me finding my joy in Christ first and letting go of toxic relationships. Sometimes you have to free your hands up and let go to make room for better. At the end of the month, my husband and I are doing a class on biblical sex. We'll be talking about how to get free from soul ties, how to deal with lust issues, and even how to spice up the marriage bed if you guys are married. The link is in my bio. Follow for more.